Yes guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be explaining kind of a strategy that you can use in London session. I use this strategy day in day out to trade, and it's very simple when you understand it. So I'm going to be explaining that, and I'm going to break you through some positions that you could have caught this week if you took the strategy. Now of course you have losing days as well, so I'm going to go over a losing position that I took on Friday, and I will explain kind of why I took that. And I'm also going to speak about a trade I missed on Monday, but then a trade I caught on Tuesday, and a trade that you could have caught on Wednesday as well. So there's a lot of stuff to go through in this video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, comment, and yeah. Okay guys, so getting straight into it, the first thing you have to see in London session, the first thing I like to see anyway, is a sweep of the Asian high or low. And for those of you that are confused, basically in trading you have three different sessions. You've got Asian session, which is from London time about 1 AM to about 6 AM. So then you got Asian session, you got London session, and then you got New York session. And of course this strategy is for London session, so that's going to be basically trading around 8 AM to 12 PM or 11 AM, kind of around that range. But yeah, the first thing I want to see is a sweep of the Asian high or low. And as you can see here, this is the Asian range. We swept the Asian high and we took out this structural liquidity as well. And then later on in the day, you catch your reversal. Now, this is a super powerful technique. And when you actually understand basically how the Asian session is formed, you can catch really nice trades. And as you can see here, if you caught this trade, this reversal on Monday, like you realistically could have caught a 1 to 20 or 1 to 30, because you could have held it all the way down to here. And one of our members in the Discord actually did, which is mental, really mental. I think he caught this on his 400k account, on his funded account, which is mad, like really bad. But yeah, anyway, that's the first thing. That's the first trade you could have caught this Monday. And for those of you that are interested, the Asian range indicator right here that I used, I often get a lot of questions about it, but essentially it's called Asian range by Nico. You can see it right here in the corner. Here are my settings for it as well, so you can put this on your chart. I have it set from 8 PM to 2 AM, and I think this is in New York time. And by the way guys, on the day I'm recording this video, I've literally just watched a H's Tiki Toki and Zerka fight. It's actually mad, like give that video a watch, it's actually hilarious. Zerka got completely folded, it's mad. Big up HS. But yeah, Tuesday trade, I know I said literally before this, I like to see a sweep of the Asian high or the low before I take a trade. However, it's one of those ones when you understand Asian range, you are able to catch trades earlier without having the Asian high swept in this case. So if I was trading the normal strategy, what I would have wanted to see is a sweep of the high and then a move lower. However, when I saw such a nice reaction after price filled this 15-minute fair value gap right here, and it closed like this with a nice wick and rejection, for me that was enough confirmation that we were just going to keep going lower, right? Because we balanced liquidity here, and it made sense as well, because look at how bearish we were. Sometimes you don't need to wait to see everything there play out, because if you understand trading and you understand your technicals, you can catch trades like this that are more like continuation trades rather than reversal trades. And that's kind of what this was. So I call it this trade here. And also it's important to know as well, we swept Asian low. So Asian low is right here, right? That's Asian low right there. So let me just mark that out with liquidity. So that's Asian low, right? Now, if you were trading the strategy just kind of based on what I said, sweeping the Asian high or the low, and then trading reversal, you would have been stopped out here. And the reason why is because look at this, right? There was absolutely no reason for price to reverse from anywhere here, because we had such a big fair value gap here, and we had so much more reason to keep going lower to fill this fair value gap. And that's the reason why I was looking for shorts, because if you're going to try and trade along here, there's no structure you're reacting off. So that's why I was only looking for shorts, and that's why on this day the typical Asian range model was kind of invalidated, so I took this, I guess, continuation trade instead, which is still very valid. Now on Wednesday, so same exact thing, sweep of the Asian high or low, sweep of this previous low, right? So we swept Asian low, we swept structural liquidity, and now you get your reversal. It's one of those things where you can do this, like every day you'll see something like this play out. So far this week, we've got Monday. You could have caught Tuesday, however this was a hard trade to catch. But then Wednesday, the same thing, right? Thursday, look at this. Sweep of the high, reversal down. right? You could have caught this trade as well. I didn't take this one. I believe there was news or something like that, so I didn't trade. However, you could have caught this as well. And for example, on Wednesday, let me show you how you could have literally caught this trade here using the London session strategy. So, like I said, sweep of the low, sweep of this previous low as well. And then what you see here on the 5 minute is a 5 minute change of character when we take out this high. And then at that point, you could have entered here, you could have entered on the retest, right? There was lots of opportunities for you to enter this trade, whether that's here or here, and then you catch the move back up, right? And then where do you target as well? That's an important thing. You target Asian high because that is where you want to see taken out. So you set your TP's Asian high, and you've caught yourself a 1 to 4, 1 to 3, whatever it is, you catch a really, really nice trade using this strategy. Now, looking at kind of the daily as well, the reason why we would have been looking for longs here and not on Tuesday, right, is because look at this fair value gap which I spoke about. We filled this almost perfectly, right? Literally perfectly. We filled this fair value gap, so looking for longs here made sense, and that's why you could have traded this long. However, like I said on Tuesday, looking for longs after the sweep of the low didn't make sense because you hadn't filled the fair value gap. And if your higher time frame is not telling you to trade in a certain direction, you should not do it. Higher time frame is king. You need to trade in direction of higher time frame, or else you are going to lose. That is super important to understand. You know, you can have a great strategy, but if your higher time frame analysis is wrong and you catch the wrong side of the market, that strategy is not going to play out. So the first thing you need to do is understand higher time frame. That is super important. And as you can see here, using higher time frame was like allowing me to catch one trade here and then also another trade here. So that's what we could have done on Wednesday. And now on Thursday, you see the exact same thing play out. Sweep of the low here, right? And then you see your reversal. Now, this was a really hard trade to catch, and I'll show you why. On the 1 minute, you'll see it literally just reacted off really nothing. And it was a really hard trade to catch. So where are we? Friday. Here. So looking on the 1 minute, and you can see here that basically price just shot off straight away. You know, you've got this reaction here, but you didn't break past any previous highs, so you didn't see your change of character. But technically your change of character happened here, right? And when your change of character happened here, that is when, you know, you could have entered. However, it did shoot off super quick, and you didn't really get much of a reversal. So what I was looking for here was something like this to continue up. However, we didn't get it, so I didn't take the trade, you know. And that is completely fine. You don't catch every trade, and it just kind of is what it is. So that was Thursday. And now, as for Friday, this was the first loss of the week. And now, reason why, okay? Swept Asian high, however, my bias for the day was bullish. So I didn't look to take a short position, right? I was only looking for longs. So I waited for the Asian low to be swept, as well as this point here, right? We swept a lot of liquidity, and it made sense for us to reverse, because what normally happens is Friday is going to give you your reversal in the week. And as you can see here, right, we've been so bearish this week. We've had no sort of retracement to the upside, and you know, I just thought Friday would give me that. However, I was obviously you know, wrong, and I got stopped out. And that is what it is. Literally, you can't do anything about a trade like this. You know, I saw my confirmation, I saw the sweep of the Asian low, which I spoke about, saw sweep of structural liquidity as well. I saw my rejection from a 15-minute nice candle here, and then on the 1 minute I saw a really clean change of character, and I'll show you where I got my entry as well. It was so nice. Like, there was a point where I was in about 2% profit. However, I didn't close out because I don't like to take partial profits unless I see a reason to, and I didn't see a reason to take partial profits on this trade, so I just ended up letting it hit a stop loss. And yeah, and as you can see here, really nice change of character, massive displacement here, so that for me is saying that buyers are entering the market. And then when I saw this, you want to see a retracement and entry, and that's exactly what I got here. My entry was, yeah, literally here, 10 pip stop loss, so really covering this low, and yeah, got stopped out, which is unfortunate, but literally is what it is. You don't catch every single winning position, that's fine, and also you are going to have losses. That's 100% like natural, that's part of trading. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about that. And also another thing here with why I was looking for longs is we had this fair value gap to target up here. So looking for longs made so much sense. This was a really good trade, but it didn't play out, which is perfectly fine. And as for next week, a little bit of a prediction. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so bullish. Look at the way this daily candle closed, right? We've filled all of this daily fair value gap. We saw a change of character on the daily before, and we're seeing such a nice rejection here. I think next week is going to be very bullish, and we are going to target this high here. That is my prediction. You know, don't take any trades based off that. However, I really wouldn't be surprised if we see a bullish week next week, because this week has been so bearish, basically repricing the daily fair value gap, and now we can expect next week to push up. Now, everything I spoke about, for the large majority of you guys that are kind of new to trading, it probably doesn't make much sense, but that is why you need to actually learn how to trade. And when you learn how to trade, you'll be able to understand what I mean by changing characters, fair value gaps, swing highs, swing lows, monthly repricing, right? There's so much more that goes into trading than just having a really brief overview of a strategy and thinking now you're a professional trader. You need to understand so much more, and that's stuff that I can't teach on YouTube, or if I can teach on YouTube, that's going to take me a very long time, because I need to record all of the videos and blah blah. However, I do have a course that teaches you everything you need to know about trading, from, you know, the higher time frame to the lower time frame to literally everything. It includes one-to-one mentorship with me and also another trader called Rob and also Dan, and we teach you everything you need to know to become a professional trader and to be able to pass funded accounts like people in our community do. I'm going to put on the screen here, one of our members passed a funded account after literally learning with us after 2 months, which is insane. Find me a course that can do that. I'll pay you £1,000, because there's nobody else out there in the UK at least doing what we can do, and our results are proof of that. So check us out on Instagram. It's Woke Limited. It's going to be on the screen yet again. You can see our results in the highlight section, and you know, if you are interested in signing up, send me a message on Instagram or send Woke Limited a message as well. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. You know, like I said, I've given you the strategy, I've given you my prediction for next week as well. And like I said, I do think we are going to see a bullish week. Follow me on Instagram, and maybe I'll give you guys like a trade idea or something as well, free of charge. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and have a good week, everybody. And yeah, thanks for watching.